Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reston National Golf Course for arguably the match of 2023. This might be the greatest match of the year. I mean, might be match of the decade. There's whispers. I mean, this is up there. So thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a 2v2 alternate shot. And for those that know me, alternate shot it's literally the best. It's my favorite format. It's always like the format that no one wants to play. You always end up playing a scramble, so it's really cool when you can. And let me shut up. Here comes incoming Goose chirping.
I did some scouting last night on Aris Golf, and his exact line was, I played Reston National, no joke, over 50 times. I'm getting 3.5 with that.
There's no chance of that, buddy.
It wouldn't be around with the boys if Goose wasn't chirping, so that just made it official. Here we go. There's Tom flipping the tee, so we decided that Tom and Pat are going to match up. Me and Goose are going to match up, and they're both going to lead off, Tom and Pat, that is. And if you like alternate shot, if you like the content I'm bringing you, if you want to see more courses in Northern Virginia, I have Algonquian coming out next. Hit that subscribe button. Shameless plug, but hey, means a lot to me. Support the movement we have. I'm trying to get better for 2024. One of my New Year's resolutions. I want to get better at video editing. This is just a really fun hobby I've picked up. So show me some love. Hit a like. Hit that sub button would go a long way. And Jesus, sorry for the rant there, because I just missed out on what a drive by Tom. This is like a 370-yard par 4. Tom just hit that. My guess is probably like 270, 275, because I remember I had like 90 in, I think, but on a non-first tee time of the day, not cold, and we're all warmed up, that was a 300-yard baby draw. That was pretty. This is why alternate shot's so much fun. So, Goose going first has to put the pressure on me. If he's going to hit the green, my butthole might clench up a little bit, and might be hard to see there, but he does hit the green. It's on the left-hand side. So here I am. If I remember this correctly, I think I had about 90, 95 in. I decided to play a gap wedge, and again, we're going to blame it on I'm not warmed up. It was a little cold. Notice how some of the dew came off when I hit that, so the ball was wet. I mean, that was 100% why I mishit it, right? Because the ball was just wet, So now you'll see Pat and Goose, they're away. I mean, of course they're away. I had a wedge in my hand. So Pat's going to putt for bird. Again, alt shots, so much fun. Depending on what he does here, it really can dictate what we do as a putt. If he blows past it and is in three-putt territory, maybe we play defensive. If he drains it, we have to go at it. I mean, no better feeling. So here's Tom lining up the putt that we have. It's funny because I think I muted here, but we're talking about just go for the jugular. Don't leave it short. Don't leave it low side. Here we go, Tom. Come on, baby.
Look at that booty.
Damn it, dude, I left it so low. You're good. That's an awful putt, Mark.
Good push. Wait, when are we getting our pro?
Tom's being hard on himself. He's mad that he left it low side, but at least he got it. There was a really good putt. First putt. We don't even know what the greens are like. So anyway, no blood onto the first par 5. This is where they have the huge advantage. My buddy Goose, as you can see on the tee. And if you remember, he was a part of the video a few videos back where we did the 2-man break the course Shining Rock. Goose has become a really long hitter, so they have a huge advantage when he and him are off the tee. But hey, par 5s, anything could happen, and it's a short one too. So anyway, I'll kind of cut back on the narrating. I'll still chime in, obviously, but just want to let you sit in, relax, and just feel the video, feel the vibes. Really fun round. Let's go, alt shot.
That's so fine.
Also on the side, I forgot to mention, Tom is actually playing rental clubs. So we're all playing around from out of town. So, not his clubs. He thinned that one, not used to it. He's got to get a feel for it. Goose also rented clubs, but we're not going to talk about that. We're only going to mention how Tom had to rent and Tom had adversity to face. So, yeah, keep that in mind as we go through.
That's perfect.
Oh, my God, and it's fading over.
Good swing, buddy.
Great shot, Pat.
Good shot, Pat.
Great contact.
I can't believe we're on hole 2 and already on shot of the day alert. Just don't put a wedge in my hand. Funny enough, I think it was the same exact distance I had hole 1. It was like 90, 95 yards. I think I take gap wedge again and just, buckle up for this one.
Yep. Stuck it.
I have to mute out this part right here. Tom curses on camera. Excuse you. He does say sorry for cursing on camera, but yeah, to all the kids watching, my apologies. That is just not gentleman behavior. I mean, he's a father now too. Tom, come on, buddy. What kind of example is that for Max?
That's good.
You're good from there.
So funny reliving all this and cutting it up. There was watching the video, there was a running bit where Pat thought he was cute and just wouldn't bring his putter anytime Goose had like a wedge in hand. And so we would just say, oh, that's good, even when it's 30 feet away. You can still see they're still away. That's how much of a dart I threw. No big deal, by the way. So if you remember, they pretty much got greenside in 2, so that was their eagle chip. This is a putt for birdie, and ooh, really, really, really good putt. And one thing you're going to notice, and I kind of cut it all out, we spent 2 minutes. This pin is on the most insane hill facing us. So the putt that Tom has, I mean, this might basically be a 45-degree angle. Some of the pins today in Reston were absolutely insane, but this is a birdie putt to win. We have about 5-6 feet. All we have to do is just get it there. Oh, no. You can see it's all cracking up. Oh, that was hard to watch again. All right, in Tom's defense, I'm being dead serious. This pin was absolutely insane. It was impossible to hold. You saw how Goose's ball rolled out to another 15, 20 feet. Goose actually hit the perfect spot. I saw him looking, saw him pick a spot. He hit the exact spot I would have hit too. There was no way just holding that green. Reston, come on. We're not LA Country Club. We're not Augusta. Cut us a break. So here, next hole, that was no blood, by the way, if that wasn't clear. So all square through 2. This is a really short... This is a really short par 3, 160 yards. I don't know what they were playing. I think I cut out and edited out the audio, but Tom just like cracking me up. Forgot what he said. Something about laying up on a par 3 for me and Goose to put wedges in our hands. But anyway, don't put a wedge in my hand. So Tom does get me hyped. He makes a comment like, just get me on the green and I'm making the putt. I mean, all right, Tom, let's see what you're about.
I mean, if you get putter in my hand from there, we have no chance of missing. Goose, you have your putter, right?
Please fire up Goose.
Wow, I mean,
Please fire up Goose.
hey, you guys can take it, but if you want to sleep at night, it's up to you guys.
See what you guys do.
Please let a fire under that ass.
I'm going for the judge.
I actually need a putt.
Wow, let's go. Tom's a man of his word. Drains. By the way, you can see us kind of bird dancing. That's 100% my fault. I forgot we laid up, and that was a par putt to save. But it doesn't matter. In alt shot match play, that just means we win the hole. Hell of a putt from Tom. I mean, that was a big momentum swing. You can see it's no blood, and we take an early lead. So let's go ahead and hang on to it. As the story goes, me and Goose have drivers in hand. I mean, not to toot our horns, I think we're going to hit most of the fairways, but he's just going to be much further than me. On camera, you can see, I think when I measured that, it was just over 250. That probably went like 255. Goose murders his, and you're going to see the difference. If I remember correctly, it was a 35-yard difference between us two, so he was probably closer to 290. I guess doesn't matter when you have a long hitter on your squad. Let's go, Tom. That was... remember him and I talking about this. I think it was like a 140-ish pin, and he was debating between pitching wedge and 9. He flushed a 9-iron. Actually, might have been pitched. Doesn't matter. Point being, hits one of the best shots of the day. He just pulls it right, and then, oh, God.
Oh, that's all over it.
Oh,
I might be
go
in the pin.
might go
Oh,
in.
God.
Great shot, B.
Did I hit that ball? I can't believe where I hit that.
God, what a shot. We shouldn't have lit a fire under Pat and Goose's ass. That's probably karma for not giving them that putt on the last hole. If you saw, we made them mark it on that short comebacker that Goose had to make. But anyway, we have, man, tooting my horn again. That was probably like a 75, 80-footer that I put to almost gimme range. I think they give it to us. Wow, not a good look for Team Mommy. You know, we're out here being sticklers, not giving him putts. Goose, just the man, gave us that putt. It's all right. Karma's going to get him. He's going to make this putt now. Come on, Karma. Come on, golf gods.
Wow. Snappy.
I think we definitely just got away with one there. Pat threw a dart. They had, what was that, 8-ish feet to win the hole. We had 80. I can't believe. I mean, it's just funny what putting does, right? It always comes down to putting. If you can make putts, have good lag putts, you're in business. Not the best start. So first bad drive for Tom. He hits it OB if it wasn't clear. Not a great look. And then Pat just pipes one. By the way, this is the beginning of the downfall. Not to spoil anything, but I think we get a little rattled a tiny bit. We shouldn't have lit that fire. I blame Tom for draining that putt. We shouldn't have lit the fire under Pat and Goose. This one's actually hilarious. So we take a drop, and I remember talking to Tom, and I tell him I'm laying up. I think there was miscommunication. He thought I was laying up before the creek. I was talking about laying up after the creek, before the green. The green was only like 230, so I wanted to take like a 190, 200 club. There's one spot on the entire course you don't go, and I literally hit it there. You can see I hit it into that creek. So we take a double drop. You can see I missed Pat and Goose's shots. That's how much we were all over the place this hole. So let's see, we hit 1, drop 2, hit 3, drop 4. Tom hits 5. We are hitting for 6, so we're hitting bogey. We somehow, if you saw a moment ago, and I feel so bad, you see Pat kind of duff in the sand. He had the most insane lie. It was like ball above his feet, downhill slope. It was impossible. He kind of just hits it for Goose to then hit a really good dart. Long story short, this is a mess of a hole. We borderline just concede. I think I tell Tom I have to make this chip. So you can see me kind of just blade one towards the hole. So, okay. Chalk one up for the bad guys. Point for the bad guys. We are now all square. This match is getting juicy with only a few more to play. I don't know if I mentioned it. We're only playing 9 holes. The back 9, we end up doing a scramble. That video will be uploaded later. We have, if I remember, this is like 190-ish, maybe 200-yard pin. We hit a toey shank. It's funny, if your shanks are going to be forward in like 150 yards, I mean, we'll take it. So it's the same difference as Pat and Goose. I think Goose hits a really good one, just pushed it right.
Oh, Tom,
nice
pretty.
shot, Tom. He throws a really good wedge there. This might be the most embarrassing display of putting. In fact, I'm not even going to commentate. If you remember my comments earlier about how, I guess, Reston thinks they're the new Augusta of Northern Virginia, just take a look at, my camera doesn't do justice of where this hill is. I'm not going to make a comment, just go ahead and watch.
That's not good. Ooh, dude. I played defensive now, right? This is what I was talking about yesterday. That is a mini golf hole.
Oh my God.
Wait,
That actually might give us a rate. I let it go, Tom. We got a range
wow. I don't know, actually.
No, what just happened?
Oh no.
You got it.
That's good to see. I just not trust.
That's not good.
You guys think
That's a harder putt.
stupid, Joe.
That's a harder putt.
That's what's
Go, Goose. What is that? What are we in for? 6 for 5?
Hey, if anyone needs putting lessons, just rewatch that last 2 minutes. Just world-class display right there. And I literally contemplated just saying I had a camera error, not putting that hole down, and just burning the evidence, burning all the film. That was horrendous, as you saw. But it really goes back to my point, like, come on, Reston, who do you think you are? Why is that actually a thing? So anyway, on to a par 4. There was no blood there, and we're still all squares. So that was it's just funny how, again, always comes down to putting. Tom and Pat both kind of hit and block it right. There's a dogleg left. I end up having to just punch it
Cart
out.
path,
I hit a
let's
pretty
go.
good one that gets lucky. I think I hit the cart path and get a boost. So we put Tom into wedge range. And then I think Goose, I miss his shot, but he hits an absolute missile towards the pin. He had to lay up as well, as we were both kind of blocked out. This is probably the smoothest swing of the day. What a shot by Tom. I mean, That just stuck on the dime. I think that was like his sand wedge. Again, not his clubs, but to get that control, good spin, and stop it, he puts me to within 10, 12 feet, and I'll take that all day. Here's Jesus, man. I guess Pat's just all-district hands
Great ball.
team. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Pat claims to be like a 15-plus handicap. That's right. That's sandbagging. Yeah, we're not going to say it. This is a kid's channel, kid-friendly channel, I should say. Anyway, you can see me. I kind of go for it. That was my par putt. I needed to make it to put pressure, so now they have a one putt, a par save to win. Goose ends up giving me that bogey putt, so wow. Cojones. So there it is. There's the blood. That's a big momentum swing, so I forgot to mention, or I might have, but they get a stroke this hole. Don't ask how we had to figure out the handicaps and strokes because Goose is basically a scratch golfer, but we somehow get bagged into giving them a stroke, and that's going to be big because Goose borderline hits this OB. So he hits it, he bombs it. For those that play Reston, you might know this dogleg right. It has like weird hills and rough that pushes it right no matter what. Like I think my ball actually hits the fairway, rolls, and you'll see in a second we're actually in the rough. So this is anyone's ball game. Look at that cart on the right in the trees. Pat and Goose end up finding it, but
It's
ooh.
all over it.
This is where Tom has ice in his veins. Think of the situation for a moment. So we're chasing one. We have to give a stroke. We pretty much have to hit the green here or we're dead. Tom just, oh my God, that was a pretty shot. But of course, we can't be outdone by Mr. Sandbag himself. Pat hits the most miraculous punch shot. If you saw his line, what he had to go through, he just punched it to within kind of a 50-yard range for Goose. And you know, I guess Goose is human, right? We need him to just mess up one time. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Even though that was a mess up and he hits it short,
away.
I mean, they have probably a good 40, 50 feet still. So we're back in business. So because of the stroke, here's Pat putting for net birdie. So 4-3. And I mean, this is like a 50, I mean, you take a look at it, 50, 60 footer. We have them up against the ropes. We just need them to three-putt, and we're back in business. And then, of course, he just does that. Jesus, man. All right, Mr. 15-plus handicap. This is why, I mean, Pat, how do you sleep at night, dude? It's absolutely insane. But don't worry. We're not out of it, so they're technically in for a 5-4. This is a birdie putt to win. I think me and Tom, you can see him standing behind. We both agree you have to go for it. Mark, do not leave it short. Tom will make the cleanup, and then we'll just go dormy into 9. Oh, geez. That went a little further than I wanted to. So you can see this is like a 4-foot tester. Obviously, I'd love to keep it to 2-3 feet max. But again, we agreed to go for it. So Tom's got my back, not worried. Tom, make this putt. Let's move on and just go dormy to hole 9. Oh, no. Oh, yikes. You kind of hate to see it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's the ball game. That is match. They end up winning 2-1. Really fun time. Again, smash that subscribe button. Stay tuned for a 4-man scramble with us 4.